Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Quant, whose current price stands at the $174.3 mark, and here on TradingView the market is down by 0.57%. and in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot waves and the Fibonacci's, and also draw out any key chart patterns that you have information on this chart. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening on this chart. Quant from the all-time high has been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective movement, which has now taken us back to around the $41.2 mark, and after making that low we are seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side. And I want to start my analysis here on the daily chart before on the 4-hour chart before I get to the daily chart. After making our low down there, we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that has been obeying the Elliot wave structures, having this as the first wave to the upper side. Then after making the high for that first wave, we saw a very nice retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 2. Then a wave 3 is what is in formation. Then I expect a movement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 4 before we continue pushing high in the formation of a wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1. And just getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this fractal wave that you can see over here, so that it can give us the key scenarios that we expect to play out. After making our low down there and seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side in the formation of a wave 1, we made our high for that first wave, then saw a very nice retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 2. We can use the Fibonacci's to get to see whether this wave 2 has done the minimum retracement area by connecting the fibs from the low of that wave 1 down there to the high of that wave 1, and that gives me a minimum retracement area between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that. And you can see Quant retraced into that target area, then saw a very nice bounce to the upper side in the formation of a wave 3, and we can also sketch out a target area for that third wave to the upper side using a trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the wave 1 to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of that second wave right there. And you can see we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, and my target area for that third wave was at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $240.9 mark. But we made our high for that third wave at around the $228 mark, meaning that wave 3 could have maximized at that point, that is at around the $229 mark, and that's why we are seeing a bit of a retracement here to the lower side in the formation of our wave 4 before we continue pushing high in the formation of our wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1. And before I get to the key movements that you have information right here, I want to go back to the daily chart so that we can see a key structure that we have information here on the daily chart. Here on the daily chart, we have the formation of a head and shoulders pattern. That is an inverse head and shoulders pattern, having this as the left shoulder of that head and shoulders pattern, then the head, then you can see we have seen the neckline, then we have seen the formation of the right shoulder, and after the formation of the right shoulder, we saw a very nice breakout to the upper side out of that head and shoulders pattern that I have drawn out here on the charts. And using a trend line, we can get the height between the neckline and the head to get to see whether that breakout to the upper side has done the minimum that we expected it to do. And placing the height right there, that gave me a target area back to around the $243 mark, but Quant managed to get us back to around the $228 mark. So we can still say that that breakout is still valid because we almost got into the target area. It's not a must that we fully maximize the target areas, and you can see that was a very nice breakout to the upper side out of that inverse head and shoulders pattern. And getting back to the 4-hour chart so that I can give you the key movements that I expect to play out over here, assuming that we have seen the high for that third wave right here, I expect a very nice retracement to the lower side in the formation of a fourth wave. And because a wave 4 is a retracement of the third wave, we can use the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of the wave 3 to the high of that wave 3. and that gives me a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of this fourth wave to the lower side between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that, and that target area lies between the $174.7 mark and the $150 and the $141 mark. So there is a possibility that Quant might continue seeing a bit of lower prices here to get us into this target area in the formation of a wave 4. And because the fourth wave is a corrective wave, I will also expect to see a corrective movement play out over here, and I believe we are seeing such a movement, having this as the wave A, then a wave B, then we are yet to see a wave C, getting us deeper into this target area that I have drawn out here on this chart. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, whether we are going to continue seeing lower prices get us into this target area before we maximize the formation of a fourth wave, and then once that plays out, we can expect a very nice bounce to the upper side in the formation of a fifth wave to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1. Also taking a look at the indicators to see what movements will be supported here on the 4-hour RSI, we are trading at around the 47 mark, meaning we have a bit of room for us to support any movement to the upper side, and also any movement to the lower side in the formation of a wave C here on the RSI will still be supported. Also taking a look at the MACD, here on the MACD we had printed a bearish cross over here, and that would mean lower prices could be coming our way, but from what you can see on the MACD, we are seeing a bit of a decrease in volume. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.